55 is a walk in the park for me. I really don't struggle to make 155 pounds at all, which is it's interesting to say that, and then also know how hard it is for me to get down to 45 because like, man, those last couple pounds last time it really hurt. But like I said, 55 is really nothing. I don't struggle with this weight cut at all.
I mean, are your 45 days over?
Not necessarily. We haven't thrown the book out on it. I've said before, I'm not into that whole scientific stuff and all that. I don't really need it. But if we're gonna make a cut to 45, I probably should start using that and start instead of the old school mentality way of doing things.
And when it comes down to fighting out, obviously, it's obvious that the cut to 45 is a lot rougher than 55. But when it comes to fight night, do you actually feel different because of the cut, or is it the same thing?
No, without a doubt. Even though I missed weight, I tell everybody, like, man, sitting down on the stool after the first round, I was dead. Those last two rounds with Peterson were all grit. I had nothing in me. I was just going out there and doing what I know to do. But at 55, sometimes I can fight the third the same way I fought in the first. So there is a bit of a disparity when it comes to performances. But at the same time, I did things the completely wrong way to make 45 last time, and any time I've ever made 45.
Is that why you're hesitant to close the book on 45? Because you feel like there could be a different method or a better method to get down to 45?
Without a doubt. That's without a doubt the reason. Like I just haven't completely closed the book on 145.
What do you think are some of the things that I guess you were doing incorrectly?
I didn't really I dieted, but it was more like just not eating like just chicken and rice and greens and stuff like that, and then like just kind of making myself suffer for no reason, where I feel like I've heard guys with nutritionists and all that kind of stuff eating good and doing whatever the hell they got to, just being able to be comfortable throughout the cut, because I was suffering for months.
Your matchup with Matt Favola, both of you guys really like the bang. Is that exciting for you to help maybe bring that out of you a little bit?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love to bang, but at the same time, I kind of look at this matchup as just a way to showcase my skills, a way to especially to showcase my skills against a really tough opponent. Like you said, they're going to come forward and want to throw hands. I'm just excited to be able to hopefully put on a really good show for the fans. That's one of my favorite things. Is like just the reactions I get from the fans. People telling me all the time they just love watching me fight. Like I do this because I want to win. I want to be the champion and everything. But that's a really big factor to me.
Your opponent is much shorter, stockier build. Earlier he mentioned that he actually likes those matchups with guys like yourself, a little bit taller. He feels like he's stronger. What do you have to say about that?
You gonna find out. You think you're stronger, but you gonna find out. I'm not Jalen Turner. I know how to wrestle.
And you did this camp at AKA.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
How's it like? I mean, Khabib recently got a huge win, right? It seems like the camp is doing well.
Without a doubt, I got to train with Khabib and Islam Makhachev this camp for their last camp, and I'll probably end up getting to train with them for every camp going forward. It's just really eye-opening when you're going with them because you get to see where you truly stand in the pecking order of the UFC. It's like with the way I perform, do I feel as though here soon I could be fighting top 10 guys? Yeah, without a doubt. Especially after just watching some of these guys and the way they go with Khabib. It's like, man, if you come at him, he's going to respect you. And then at that point, once he's done respecting you, he's going to try and wrestle you. So I feel like every time I go with Khabib, if I can force him to start wrestling me, it's a win.
Yeah. And what does it do to, I guess, mentally to train with the champion of the division you're competing at? Because, I mean, you're training with the best guy right there, right? Like, what the best looks like.
Not only do I get to train with the champion, but I get to train with what I consider is the unsung, next champion of the division in Islam Makhachev. So, it gets to show me, it truly, I truly get to see, all right, man, I'm, this is where I'm at. This is where I need to be. You know what I mean? It's made the path mentally to the title a lot easier for me. Knowing where I have to go, what I have to do, the holes I have to sew up with those guys.
Mm-hmm.
it just makes things a lot easier.
And a win on Saturday, you think, where do you think that will put you? You think you can be getting, some top 15 guys?
With a win on Saturday, I definitely we're going to look to renegotiate for a new contract, make some more money going out there. But top 15, I honestly don't care who I fight. I just want to fight guys that want to fight me. I don't want to fight guys that want to run or want to do some bull stuff, bull crap. But I just want to go out there and hopefully, after renegotiating my contract, just fight guys with names. If it's a top 15 opponent, so be it. I've said before in the past, I'm in no rush. I'm 26. I got in the UFC at 4-0. This is my 5th fight in the UFC. I could have my whole career here. I could be, one of these dudes that's like a 30-plus fight veteran in the UFC. So it's like I'm not on any specific rush just to start climbing these rankings. I want to take my time. I want to, not only build my fan base, but develop my skills as a world-class athlete and a world-class fighter.
Yeah, how important is it to have sort of that mentality and hold yourself back a little bit? Because we've seen young guys get rushed to the top, and then some do well, some don't.
I think one of the biggest factors in that is the people I have around me. I have a great support system. One of my main confidants, Rosendo Sanchez, he's the one that keeps me held back. Of course, there are times when I think to myself, like, oh man, if with this win, I could be fighting a top 15 guy. I watched Dan Hooker and Al Aquinta last weekend. I'm like, man, I feel like I could fight Aquinta or something. But then I get a guy like Roe. I have a guy like Roe with me 24/7. He's telling me like, no man, you know the path, you know the road we're on, and let's stick to it. And it's just that I'm a listener. I got guys like him. I got my management team behind me in first round. They all know what they're doing. I believe in them and I trust in them. So I'm gonna just let them keep guiding me, and we're gonna keep going forward.